almost last week on the campaign. The group, having just gone through a harrowing fight, came to their senses. Several party members woke up from various life-threatening injuries. One party member, who shall not be named at this point, and has candy stripes, stormed off into the woods to do things, who knows what. And Tristan, Mort, and Idril attempted to make sense of what had just happened. The townspeople had arrived to put out fires, literal fires, except for one of the literal fires that was on the dock. This fire was not put out. And Idril chose to investigate. Mort followed along. First, they made arrangements to secure the caravan against future problems, Idril promising to pay 1,000 gold to rebuild the town if his friends Arthiel assisted in that matter. So then Mort and Idril made it to the docks, and the docks were full of dead bodies, those dead bodies being soldiers of the town, as well as all of the sailors on the ships they sailed in on. And then the ship itself was also on fire. Mort and Idril then attempted to chase down the path of the archers who had done this. They were unsuccessful, but they had several important conversations, none of which to be related here. Tristan, on the other hand, remained with the carts, guarding them, watching them, and attempting to do some investigating of his own. And he discovered that the people in black robes, dominatrices, whatever you'd like to call them, in fact served a god, and I can only confirm that that god was not Lady Shanate. And perhaps Tristan would chime in with what that god's name. Ah, Bane. Bane, he said telepathically to me as I related this information. Serving in Bane's bad. That's all we sort of know at this point. I mean, he knows more, but Idril, Mort, we're worldly people. Anyway, Mort and Idril arranged hotel rooms for the night and went to bed. Meanwhile, there was a return of blanking on names. Who's the pepper-striped bastard?
Hakavus?
Hakavus, that's the name. That is the name. And he showed back up. And he and Tristan arranged to take the wagons, with the swords in them specifically, to the castle of Caldeith, Lord Caldeith, without relaying to their friends who were asleep and having a lovely night's rest. So Tristan and Huck went to the castle. About halfway there, they encountered the guards of Lord Caldeith. They were quite happy to see them, healed everybody up, had a nice exciting party where they said that the other carts that were full of cabbages and things like cabbages were not important, and the swords were what it's all about. Huck wasn't really convinced. He was like, these are just normal swords. What the hell? And they were like, no, normal swords are pretty great, particularly when you have to stab things. After that agreement, Tristan and Huck continued to the castle, received their portion of the payment of 2,000 golds apiece, along with the promise that Mort and Idril would get theirs when they arrived as well. At this point, a carriage was dispatched to pick up Idril and Mort. A man knocked on the door where Idril and Mort were sleeping, woke them up, and with a brief conversation in which he healed them as well, offered to take them to the Lord Caldeith's castle. Idril and Mort were actually much more interested in a more scenic tour and insisted that they take about 6 further hours just doing the town circuit repeatedly, during which time they discussed a bag of radishes that they had found, various religious and more esoteric subjects, and eventually everyone arrived at the castle, where the Lord Caldeith said that he would help them arrange shipment to Candlekeep, but the ships were few and far between, and perhaps while they were on the island, they might be willing to help out. When the name Bane was mentioned, Caldeith announced that he knew of the hideout of cultists, maybe? Let's call them cultists, of Bane, somewhere near the town. And the group said that they would be willing to help him investigate this after about a day and a half of hanging out around the castle, getting further information on the place, and discussing the importance of a bag of root vegetables that Idril arrived with, mostly in the fact that it was a bag of radishes, but at the bottom was a potato of particular portent. Caldith, being a religious man, immediately recognized that it is ill luck and an ill omen to mix root vegetables, and to find a bag of pre-mixed root vegetables could only portend the greatest calamity. And now we're here.
Yeah, that checks out from my end.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, Caldy, are there any rituals, anything that needs to be done to cleanse this evil from this spoiled bag of radishes? Anything that you know of, or is there any priest that can cure this evil omen? Anybody?
As long as I'm clear, is Huckabus in this room of the bag of radishes and potatoes?
Right, and to be clear, about a day and a half has passed, so that you two have also had long rest, is what we agreed on.
Thank you.
At the end
Good
of
to
last
know.
week. So your choice, if you're here. Clearly, Idril, Mort, and Caldith are very into the book of root vegetables.
Oh, Huck would love to be in on this conversation.
And Tristan very, very adamantly said he was uninterested in a bag of root vegetables.
Ah, well. So you see, no. What?
What?
Mort, you were talking. I'm gonna let you.
I said blasphemer, but
Yeah, well, he's not here to call him that, but you see, my Lord Caldith, I think you may be approaching this in the wrong direction. Perhaps the potato is not a portent of ill omen, just a portent of omen. Perhaps it is a good sign. Perhaps you have been too much of the same on the island, and the potato will provide, if you will, a new flavor for your life. Perhaps you need to worship more than the goddess Shante.
Huckabus, upon hearing Idril say that, will...
One second, Huck. I just sat here spewing my venom into my muted microphone. But you guys carry on. That's fine.
No. Well, let's revenom.
No, go ahead.
Idril suggests that the Lord should experience the sharing of the two root vegetables, and Huckabus will pick up a radish and stare at the potato and say, in my experience, many roots go together. So, for example, you could chop off the bottom of both of these, let them grow, and you would have multiple crops for generations of food. I mean, this radish, when he holds it up, and he takes a big old tiefling, like showing fangs, bite off the top of it, but leaving the root. And while he's speaking, he's chewing, and I can't do this because I'm a gentleman. I can't do that. But Val, this has been partially eaten. You could totally plant this bottom part and grow another piece of radish. And this, and he points to potato. Potato, if you allow it to grow, it would root. And if you allow them to grow in separate gardens, you might have food sources of starch and delightfulness for generations. Where is the evil in that?
well, I don't want to step on the Calde's toes on this one, Huckabus, but I think it's the mixture of the two. I mean, you would have to have them in the two separate gardens, as you mentioned. I mean, that's
Well, of course you would. No, that's the point, right?
well, and the ill omen is it was in the same bag. I mean, Who knows what evil's going to come from that?
Oh, same bag, different bag. Once it's a grown entity, what's the problem?
Oh, you're not one to follow the signs of importance, are you?
I think I will side with Huck on this one. Diversity breeds strength, and combining two of the same thing is never a bad thing. Two of different things either. No, it's all for the best.
For the first time between Idril and Huckabus's experiences together, he looks at you and gives you an appraising nod and says, "Yeah, I guess that's right."
Lord Kaldith, you're awfully quiet. Which I can understand, because you must be dumbstruck by the religious knowledge of the three combined people in front of you. I know initially you thought bad omen. I get that. But this is a good omen. We are here to help the island, to help you. And this potato, with all of its eyes and its misshapen glory, will only breed healthy future generations for Eith.
Huckabus nods and points to his staff as if it's some kind of... Oh, no, sorry. Huckabus nods and shakes his rattle as if it's some kind of religious icon.
Where is Onyx?
That's a very good question. I have no idea.
Beg pardon? Oh, right. Sorry.
He's at this point. I'm thinking still fairly upset with Tristan. You know, the fact that he let him die, and I don't know. He hasn't really been talking to him lately.
Okay. Carry on.
Lord Kaldith, you mentioned a temple, cult, hideaway, cave, some sort of structure where the cultists of Bane might be congregating, and you'd wanted us to look that out.
Yes. Yes. We believe we have a general area, but anytime we send out a large number of troops, they're able to evade.
In the background, Huckabus is shaking his rattle, so chicka, 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 chicka. Very, very silently, very quietly.
But we think perhaps a smaller group might get there more easily without being noticed.
What can you tell us about the approach? What can you tell us about the defenses?
Well, I mean, there are a couple places that they could be, but as I said, they're always gone. There are no, like, structured defenses. But it seems that they have a number of troops. But not like walls or anything like that. That's why they're so mobile.
Could you perhaps enumerate on a number, like 2 troops, 3?
That is.
I would go somewhere between a dozen and a score.
But not 4 score.
Not likely, correct.
Huckabus, while he's shaking his shaker, oh wait, am I muted? Nope. Raises his hand and says, I'm sorry, Huckabus Nova doesn't know what a score is. What's a score?
20.
Huckabus says, that sounds reliable. So somewhere between 12 and 20? Yeah?
Yes, I mean it's hard to tell.
Have you encountered the leather-clad whip-wielding ones before?
Yes, they are they seem to be the leaders of the.
Do they have any particular weakness?
I mean, they bleed like everyone else.
Well, that is good.
They seem to have some sort of electrical discharge for their hips. It's kind of fun, but it's also kind of scary. Do you have any idea of defense for that?
Aren't there spells that?
Defend against electricity?
Mhm.
And Hakovitz just kind of looks around at the party.
Do you perhaps have any wizards here who could cast said spells? Because we do not.
I can cast some electrical spell myself, but I have no defense for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was told that you had wizards among you.
No, we have not wizards. Distinctly not wizards among us.
Casters, shall we say?
Hello, sorcerer.
Yes. So, somewhat effective. But if you have any other useful items, useful spells that could be cast on us, that would be helpful. I mean,
Perhaps a scroll? I don't know.
we are but 4,
Well, even-
and you are telling us there are 20.
Yes, but you've shown yourself to be more than average.
Well, even
We're-
if there are more than average, that would be maybe 8.
When
of
he
us.
says more than average, Huckabus kind of chuckles a little bit. Ha, more than average. Oh, that's beautiful. Ah.
I mean, how many did you take out in the town? How many did you deal with in the town?
So I'm not so much with the counting.
At least 3. That's what I saw. At least 3. And then we just
I was
ran
told
off.
that you took out over a dozen yourself.
Well, that gets
Or
us.
Huckabus, is it?
Wait a minute. Let me look around. When I look around, who's in this chamber with us and him?
It looks like a bunch of court types.
Okay. Listen here, Lord Caldith. Lord Caldith.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Caldith. I would request that we will go on this mission, and you will send 2 of your best guards with us.
Your best guards.
2 of your best warriors. Let's put it that way. And we will all prevail. But we do need a little, I don't know, backup.
Be clear, are we trying to find them or kill them all?
Oh, I thought the point was to kill everyone.
Well, I mean, that's usually the point, but sometimes there is nuance to these situations.
Nuance. What is this word, nuance?
It's like a new lance, but the lance starts with a V.
Oh,
I don't
Lord
know.
Caldith, my friend brings up a good point. We will need some new lances. Wait, I don't use a lance. What are you talking about?
Could we have horses? Do you have horses? I like horses.
I mean, we certainly do have horses, but they're not much use in the forest.
I mean, that's fine, but afterwards, could I have a horse?
Make it part of the compensation, sure.
Sure.
I don't know. Perhaps we could ride some horse.
I'm sorry.
What do you? No, I'm not there. I need to shut up.
Oh, damn it. I wish you were.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you there?
I was actually looking
I
for Corey to save us from our own jackassery. And
Yeah,
what
no,
a
it-
change that
he is off doing exactly as you were talking about. He is looking to see if he can find Onyx, and is he successful? You know what I mean? He knows he talked to him once since he's been here, but he was still pretty salty with him, and would like to try to make amends with his little friend.
Uh-huh. I'll let you know.
Tristan's off making amends with his little friend.
You can laugh at that if you'd like.
I'm gonna.
I think that's a euphemism. But, you know.
If there was ever one, that was one. Lord Kaldith, could we have someone draw us a map of the places where this encampment may be or might have been, so that we can use that to check that out?
He says, it will be pretty rough, but I'll have someone put that together for you, yes.
Great.
And just as a further clarification, we find these camps and we'll report back here, or we find these camps and we obliterate them.
Well, I mean, they are cultists. I think they should be dealt with. I guess if they would, volunteer to give up their culty ways, then that would be acceptable. But otherwise, I don't think we want them running around slaughtering and sacrificing and creating mayhem.
This makes sense. Are there many followers of rootomancy like yourself on the island? People who know the meaning of root vegetables?
Oh, we all know the omen of the mixed roots.
Explain this again. I don't understand. You had one root, two roots. What's the problem? I'm still very confused about this.
It has been known since the time of our great grandfathers, as far back as can be recalled, that mixing of root vegetables is an ill portent.
So,
Right. So,
Bad time.
what if there was a tree root in there? What if I got a tree root and a potato root?
root vegetables, Huckabus.
A
You
tree's not a
understand.
vegetable?
It
Huckfist
is
doesn't
not a
do this thing.
vegetable.
A tree's not a vegetable?
No, there is a rudimentary difference.
He shows his fangs and says, I've eaten a mini a tree root. I don't understand the difference.
Well, perhaps it is a nuance that you are not quite ready for.
Tiefling?
Well, if you'll prepare the map, then we will head out once we have it and begin our investigations. I offer the potato and the radishes to you. Perhaps it is not as dire a portent as you believe.
Well, I appreciate your optimism, but I will simply respond that I hope you do not ignore this portent.
Don't
Okay.
worry. I understand the importance. I'll make sure that any other omens get followed or get paid attention to. Even if my cohort.
We will appoint what to be our portent follower?
Guess what? I believe there should be kombucha.
I didn't catch that. What was that, Huggabus?
I said we will appoint Mort to be our portent follower. I think I meant portent.
Right. I'll keep track of all the omens' importance.
Thank you. Exactly that.
And with that, Idril is happy to fast forward to leaving the castle with a map.
As is Huck.
Right? So that group has fast forwarded.
Hopefully having a full meal and maybe several glasses of ale. But,
Naturally.
well, fuck this. I imagine Idril and Huck had a drinking contest in the meantime.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, so Tristan, what are you doing in an attempt to find Onyx?
Well, he's going from room to room that he's allowed to go into, and taking a moment and seeing if he can connect with him. Doing his normal find familiar abilities of trying to connect to Onyx. He does go blind and deaf for a moment, and he just says, keeps saying, Onyx, I'm here, my friend. I would like to make amends. In every room that he goes into.
Okay. So after several rooms of this, you're leaving a room and you hear, would you?
Well, yes, I would love to. I'm so sorry that we both fell. I really am. I will be more careful next time, as I think we both should be. None of this is your fault, and I know that I promised that we would always be there for each other. But if we're both laying on the ground in near death. I guess we can't do that. This has been a very costly to the both of us, and I don't want to see it happen again. So if we work together, I believe that we can rectify that situation. I'm very sorry that my little friend.
Perhaps one day I can explain to you the true price. But for today, we shall move forward.
I think that sounds like a wonderful decision. I will be very open to that conversation, and if you have some guidance on ways to make it so that we don't fall again, I will take them with open ears.
Perhaps we will speak on that as time passes. As I think of things, I will let you know.
Sounds like a plan. So, you know what I mean? Does he materialize to me at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Can I take him at this point? Do you mind if I take him back over?
You can borrow one.
Sounds like a plan. So the two of us, with him being materialized, come back into that room of jackassery and, walk in just as they're probably having a meal. He knows that he is hungry. He looks at Onyx, goes, I think they're having a meal. Are you hungry there, little buddy? And he shakes his head, certainly. And we go over and sit down, and he'd sit down next to Huckabus. Onyx probably sitting on a table next to him. And I go, so what happened?
Hucklevis looks at you sideways and kind of like, if you're on the left side or right side, whichever one, reaches his arm around to protect his food and kind of shows his fang and says, we're going to go burn some villages out. And he shows his fangs a little bit and then continues to eat while just staring at you.
Well, right. Well, we got the right guy for that, I think.
Yeah.
This seems to be one of your fortes. And why the aggressive stance? I don't want your food. I have my own.
What's on your plate there, Tristan?
Probably some meats. Some type of starch with potatoes. Well, no,
With
not
his other
potatoes.
hand, he just
with,
reaches over.
Radishes, because it wouldn't be potatoes.
It wouldn't be a mix. I think we've established it wouldn't be a mix of root vegetables.
Right. It would only be one note. He's as being trying to be the pacifist that he does. If you try to go for his food, he'll just move his arm out of the way and let you
He just
take it.
gently reaches over and grabs, like, not the biggest haunch or like everything off your plate, but a little piece of meat, and looks at you and puts it in his mouth and just stares at you and kind of nods. No reason.
Yeah.
No reason at all. Except between you and me, we know what the reason is, but no reason at all.
And Alex looks at you and goes, "Are you hungry?"
Huckabus nods
But you have your own.
gestures towards Onyx that Huck still has a plate of food that he's not finished, as if to say, help yourself, buddy. But still looking pointedly at Tristan.
And Onyx comes over, sits on the other side of you, and starts eating off your plate.
And Huck is not bothered, and basically starts eating off of Tristan's plate. So
Yeah,
we're rotating food basically.
Yeah,
And
apparently. And
that's
Tristan,
for old time's sakes. Cheers to everybody.
Yep. And Tristan very much starts eating off his plate as well, not being bothered by it, and goes, "Man, you're really hungry, buddy."
It's good to see you again, little. What was it? Can you describe Onyx for us?
Yeah, he's again about 2 feet tall, maybe a little bit shorter, probably maybe a foot 11, foot 10, and he's jet black hair, nice tan styled skin,
Nice what?
Right. Just tan skin.
Tan skin.
Yeah, and he is a pixie-ish.
So he's got big wings.
So he's got big wings. They're also black. Everything on him, even his clothing, is all black.
Are his wings
Um,
feathery?
No, they are more like
Leathery.
dragonfly. Yeah, no, more like
Leathery.
dragonfly. You know what I mean? Like that.
Oh.
Bug-like.
So fragile.
Yeah, fragile.
Okay.
Gossamer.
Gossamer. Nice.
I love that word.
Nice.
And I can. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Why not?
No, don't sweat it. Where I'm going with this is there's this little tiny thing sitting next to Huckabus, and I think there might be an established pattern of Huckabus liking little tiny things. He's going to tentatively reach over and kind of stroke Onyx's just very gently on the top of his head a couple times, and what happens?
He's in the middle of taking a bite or two, and he looks up and he goes, why are you petting me?
Because I just thought it would be fun. Would you like me not to?
Well, I'm not an animal, but
No, it's not about being an animal, but you're so cute and small.
He does that.
He looks at you. He looks at you. Yeah,
Shut
and
up,
then
Andy.
he looks over. He looks over at Bort and goes, "Okay, are you trying to tell me something about? I'm cute and small."
I just think you're adorable. Have you seen my dog statue? And he pulls it out of his bag, and he's got a little statue of a dog. It's a little tiny thing, and he bounces it on the table a couple times. He goes, "Arf, arf, arf." See, I like little small things. It's nothing offensive. I'm sorry. Am I being offensive? Puts his little thing back.
It's not offensive, but you do know a guy, right?
And?
Yeah, and it's just nothing. And he goes back to eating. He's not bothered by it. He's not into that. It just was he wanted to put it out there that he is a guy.
Huckabus feels sufficiently chastised and kind of sighs, and I think he's got an ale and goes back to drinking. And are we at the gates yet?
Could be.
We're still at the kitchen table, aren't we? Or the dinner table?
Yes, we're still at the dinner table.
Fast forward.
Although I'm glad to see that the two of you seem to understand how to dispel the curse that happens when the two root vegetables are on the same plate. So that's encouraging, at least.
Seems important.
Yeah, you just have to share food off each other's plate. It's like throwing salt in your shoulder. That's how you do it with the root vegetables.
What is all? And it's Tristan going. What is the significance of all these root vegetables? It's just.
Nine, the
Kind of
significance of the
strange
vegetable
thing
is
to talk
less
about.
important than the significance, apparently, of the mixing of the root vegetable, which confuses the hell out of me. Now, maybe we could ask Lady Shantae? Or Lady Shanshay, because I'm very confused.
Shantae is the goddess that they worship.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, maybe we should ask
Be
Lady
her
Shantae.
counterpoint in the celestial.
Oh, no, not more celestials. Oh.
And when you say not more celestials, both Tristan and Onyx kind of look at you and goes, "Is there an issue with celestials?"
Oh, nine. No
You know,
issues.
it's just not understanding.
It's just
That
I
is
seem
Onyx. If you
to
want to look at my screen.
have had my recent life flooded with a whole mess of them. Wait a minute. And he looks at Onyx. He looks at Tristan, and like there's this sudden realization in his eyes. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm surrounded by them. Oh no."
On
What
both
the-
sides at this point. Yeah, I mean, if you don't say that out loud, he goes, because
No, this was all out loud. This was
okay,
all
yeah.
out loud.
Okay, so he goes, yeah, well, actually, kind of quite literally, we serve a celestial.
Oh, wait. But you're not celestials yourselves.
Well, I am, no, I've been, It's hard to explain a little bit here, Huckabus. I've been around them so long, I almost feel as if I am one, Tristan says, but I am I'm a being. My father was an elf, a Ladrian elf, and my mother was a human, such as any
Right.
others that walk
I
the
thought
earth.
you were a half elf myself, but I'm hard pressed
I
to
am.
understand these things because I'm. Oh dear. Oh,
And
dear.
it's fine. It's not a I think you may have had a bad experience with the Celestials, but I found that they're quite
Several, yeah.
I find that they're quite helpful and lovely.
This- I will
Taliesin,
be
and then
honest.
he just goes on to talk about Taliesin and how much being in the
No, I
uh,
will. Your Telesud sounds lovely, but I'll be honest. My experience with the Fays have been better than my experience with the devils and the demons.
Renatus looks
But
at you and goes, "Well, of course." You know what I mean?
when you say, of course, Hucklevis gives a big old tiefling grin and nods as if to say, "Yeah, don't you get it?" And if you don't, that's cool. But hopefully dinner's over and we can run. Let's go. Let's go to the gates.
Yeah,
Hucklevis
and
says, "Let's go to the gates." I'm uncomfortable with this conversation. He might whisper to on the way to the gates. He might whisper to Tristan the name of the previous Fey Lord that he had dealings with, whose name I don't have on hand.
Which one was it?
Uh,
What?
was that Lisa's?
Lisa's patron, Lantham or Lanthamus or something like that.
Okay.
Michael can and say, "Are you aware of this guy? I've had contacts with him."
Not me personally. Maybe Onyx might know a bit. But I can't speak for him.
Aren't you?
He's invisible at this point, and he's
Not me. Are you not? Are you not part of the same entity? I'm very confused.
And he looks at you just kind of confused. No, he's Onyx, and I'm Tristan.
Right, but Hucklevis says, "All right, fine," and he kind of storms off at that point because obviously he misunderstands this whole thing.
And that is clearly happening between the two of them.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Are we at the front gate?
Yeah.
Is it Lathander?
Huck, the map seems to
entirely
go
up
the other direction. It's toward the town. That's where we're headed, not wherever you're going.
Wait, what?
I don't know. You stormed off in that
Passing for
direction.
at the gate, right?
Yeah, we're at the gates, and you went somewhere because you were angsty. I don't know, but we should go this way. This is what
Which
the map
way?
says.
Towards the town?
Yes.
Oh, not that place again. It seems
Well,
dreadful.
it doesn't seem to be we have to actually go through the town, and it's only dreadful because we set it on fire.
No, wait. Are we going to the other side of the town?
I need a ruling for what this map actually says.
No, you would the woods are to the west of where you are.
Mhm.
Town is south, and then the woods would be northwest of the town. So the town is out of your way, but it's only an hour or so if you needed to do something there.
DM, remind me of something. I believe when Hucklevis disappeared 2 episodes ago, he then reappeared and chased or tried to follow the
Yes.
robes, and they went to the west.
They went to the west, correct?
All right, Hucklevis will relay that to the party. You all remember the night, y'all. You party members, friends, do you remember when I disappeared? I was trying to follow the VIP boys. They were so exciting, weren't they? And they went to the west too. So if that's where our map is taking us, we should be prepared. There might be more VIP boys.
It certainly makes sense to be prepared for a fight. And Idril is going to suggest that we move quietly without speaking. How far away are we from the general area of this?
I mean, you're kind of in the scrubby part of the woods now, but at least half an hour before you get the woods proper.
Okay. And then from there to where the map is, like immediately, or
Another hour or two. I mean, depending on which
Okay.
part of which of the places you want to go.
oh, let's check out the closest area on the map. That's marked because it should be marked with multiple camps, to my understanding, like
Right.
where they thought they were in the past. And good rules suggest that once we get within about 20 minutes, we start attempting to be stealthy, and then yeah, he can help out with that as well. And we do it. And then we go into the woods.
And we're attacked by element.
As we go into the woods, Huckleberry says, "I once traveled with a magnificent ranger who could have just tracked us through these things beautifully. Any of you have good tracking through woods?"
I mean, Morton and I have established that I am the most effective tracker of the two of us,
Oh God!
but I would not
um,
put myself as an expert.
Huckleberry looks hopefully at Tristan.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that could certainly not be detected except for by magic means, and they never see him.
But can he find the people? I think is the big issue.
He does have sentience. I'm sure he could find them if you were to explain who they are.
You're looking for people dressed in black with whips.
Do you mean the guy? And then Onyx materializes. You mean the guys that killed us?
Yeah, Zivit boys.
To be fair, Onyx, no one is dead.
I dematerialized to the Feywild. I died.
Okay, I mean, I guess that is a way to look at it.
How was the Feywild while you were there? Did you enjoy yourself?
It was
It's
home.
lovely this time of year.
It's lovely every time of year.
Well, so this time of year it's lovely.
It was lovely the few times I've been there.
Yeah, I saw things. I
Hey.
saw yes.
Hey, next time you're there, can you do your friend Huckleberry a favor? Bring him back a magnificent jug of mead. Oh, the best mead I've ever had.
You might be disappointed from the jug of mead that I bring back. And then he pulls out what looks like a jug of mead, but it's like a shot glass your size.
Does he offer to Huck?
Yeah, you offer it and then you shake it and it's empty.
Oh, what happened with that? Oh, did you already enjoy it, my friend? Cheers to
Yeah.
you. He hands that little tiny jug back.
And he takes it and he goes, yeah, I enjoyed that one. And you can see him thinking,
9-9, no worries. Next time,
so many
Bring
years ago I
two.
can't count.
next time bring 2.
I haven't had one in years. Part of being with Talicid is that we're not able to imbibe.
Oh,
We need to
how
be
very
of
sad
sharp.
for you.
We had to be of sharp mind and body.
9-9. That sounds very pedestrian.
But I keep it as a reminder of what I used to have. It's okay.
Better
Any
times, my
little-
friend. Better times.
Yeah, maybe. And he goes, so I'm looking for the guys with the whips and the black robes that
No,
killed
black
us.
leather. Yeah, black leather. And Huckleberry is like miming whip motions.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to find a charger, apparently.
Is there any indication of how many of them there might be?
I think that there are at least 3.
Well, we saw 2, right? I saw 2. He says.
So supposedly they're in a group of 12 to 20. Most of that group will probably not be the Whippies.
Okay. But probably also in black.
Probably, I mean, dressed
maybe.
like the people with the bows and all the other people
Oh, okay. So
we murdered.
And he goes, no problem. and he looks over at Tristan. He goes, all right, there, pal. You can connect to me if you'd like. And they kind of give each other a look. We find a good place to kind of be hidden-ish. You know what I mean? So we're not just doing this out in the open. Tristan sits down, kind of in a meditative state. Doesn't look very strange, I'm assuming, to Idril. And closes his eyes. Onyx disappears and flies off in the direction in which we think that they would be. Now he can communicate with Onyx anywhere on the same plane of existence because I have Voice of the Chainmaster, and if we need to have to communicate, I can communicate through Onyx. Even if he wasn't capable of speech, but in my voice, or in Tristan's voice, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so how far away will you allow him to get?
I will let him do the scouting in which he's very good at, and he's. Let me look. He has a 60-foot fly speed, so he can kind of dart around pretty quickly. I would certainly let him do his job, but just stay connected to him so I can see and hear what he sees.
How far away?
I would do. I guess the good question was to the group. Do we feel as if we're coming up on a group? On the group of them. You know what I mean? It's not.
I'm not sure how far we traveled.
Well,
Yeah.
it's about a thumb from the castle to here, and it's about one knuckle to the nearest X on the map. So, pretty close to the first spot.
So he, we had this retcon. We had that conversation before we connected. I, through that type of idea, between the two of them, they go to where they would feel that would be, maybe a good mile or two,
Okay,
which
couple
shouldn't
miles.
be an issue. Come again?
So a couple of miles.
Yeah, a couple of miles.
Okay. And this is the old you can see through his eyes deal?
I can see through his eyes, hear what he can, hear, so on and so forth. I can't, I don't control him. You know what I mean? He is of his own version, but anything that he experiences, I can see.
Okay.
in here.
He flies probably a little over a mile, and the forest gives way to a little small stone. Looks like a natural stone outcropping that's been smoothed off a little bit, and there is a ramshackle hut on top of it. But there's no sign of current occupation.
And if he goes to where, I can communicate to him, I would definitely say, check the hut. Is there any smoke or anything coming out of the chimney, anything like that? Nothing. Okay. I would, per se, disengage from the trance to him.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. How long would that have taken? Five minutes?
Much more than that.
Okay. Huckabus,
What's a normal move rate is 12, right? No. What is a normal move rate?
His move rate is 60 feet.
His.
Okay. Normal
Rate
move
is
rate
30
is
feet.
about 30 feet.
30. Okay, and he can do
Yeah.
4 miles an hour, so he could have flown at max straight speed. He could have gone, let's say, 8 miles, which means I'm going to say it's about 20 minutes because it wasn't a straight line, and he was kind of, dodging trees and looking for.
like 5 minutes into that, or 3 minutes, or a minute into that?
Okay.
Because Huckabus is, we've all seen people go into trances, I think, at this point. Huckabus would look at Idril and Morton say, "Well, you boys want to gamble while they're gone?"
Okay, what shall we gamble?
We'll just roll some dice, yeah. Whoever gets the high gets the plot, and Huck plops down a gold coin. And I figure we've got time. If it's, what did we just say, 20 minutes?
Yep.
So let's assume we can do 5 rounds. Everybody in?
Okay,
Right, round 1. Boom. I got a 6.
7.
1.
Now, if we're proficient in dicing, you can add your proficiency to that.
Oh, actually, do you know what?
I am not.
I'm proficient in a gaming tools, so
But is it dice?
I've never said. I don't know what it is.
Let's call it dice. Then you win.
Yeah, I don't think it would be because if that's the one you suggested.
Yeah.
Sure. All
Round
right,
two.
round 1. Round 2, y'all want to play a game?
Sure.
No, I got a nat 20. What'd you get?
4.
It's a 5.
I've in a game. Now let's play again, yeah?
All right.
You got some suckers on your hand, Huck.
I got a 16 plus something. What'd you get?
10.
2.
One more time, or are you guys done?
No, I like this. This is fun. Let's keep going.
This is good.
Do you guys actually have gold to cover this? That's my real question. Oh, we
Well, we all just made $2,000.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
We
I
never
got,
said.
I don't remember anybody telling what the stakes were.
Yeah, I have this pile of leaves. You
I-
now have this pile of
No.
leaves.
Huckabus made very clear it's 1 gold each round.
This was not made very clear.
Yes, I said you can listen to the recording. 1 gold each.
I've got these golden radishes. That's what you were talking about, right?
All I have is Dyken.
You know what? This is why I love this group. Round 4, I got a 13. What'd you guys get?
Nat 20!
Would have been only thing would have been
all the
better
radishes.
is if Mort had golden potatoes to pay in.
Well, there was only the one, though. I thought about that. But there was
Actually, it'd
only
be better if it were golden tickets, but I think we all kind of broke even, and nobody needs to worry about it. That was fun, thanks. Although,
Adriel's going to insist that he give you some of his leaves.
just the golden ones, though.
Huck will take them and eat them.
Okay,
Why not?
that makes sense.
And I got a nat 20 on that last one, so I assume I won.
Nobody was even playing.
No, I got an at 20 once too, so I won.
No, but just on that last roll. Look,
Yes.
I'm expecting radishes from you people now.
You won all the leaves.
And Adriel is
Except the one that
actually.
I ate.
You just eat some of my winnings?
Okay,
I
literally,
move
as
on.
you guys are discussing the winnings and the such,
Yes, please break this silliness up.
Tristan, you're looking through Onyx's eyes, and you see he's inside the cabin, and there's a hole over in one of the corners. He goes over, looks in, and there's a skeleton lying over top of an open chest, and inside the chest are coins, and you see a couple of gems.
Like 2 dudes, both named Jim.
They're dead, Jim. You're
That
muted.
core is muted.
You're speaking.
Before I was, sorry. So he would certainly, be looking over the body. Is there clothes on the skeleton?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the pockets of the clothes or anything like that? Anything
You're
like
gonna
that?
have him go through the tattered clothing.
Yes, please.
Roll me a charisma check.
Charisma check, and that would be for him. It wouldn't be for me. So give me just a moment to get that.
No, it's actually for you.
Oh, for me. Okay. That is not a bad thing, any way, shape, or form. That is 18.
Okay.
And is that a saving throw or is that a check?
Check.
Okay. Yep,
Okay.
18.
There's nothing in the tattered attire of the skeleton.
And when Onyx goes to he materializes within the room, and he goes to touch the coins, and Tristan goes, "No, you don't take from the dead." And he doesn't, and he turns back invisible again. And he remembers and said, "You're correct. Tell said we would be unhappy about that." And he searches the rest of the cabin. Nothing else besides that. Is there a second floor to this cabin?
You still with us, Corey?
He asked if there was a second floor to the cabin.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right. So, but yeah, what I said that he certainly, searched the rest of the cabin. That is what he found. There was nothing more than that.
Looking around a bit more, there are a good number of other bones in here.
Mm-hmm.
And some, broken general cabin furniture. There are cracks in the walls and stuff. It's pretty, it's in pretty bad shape.
If he was to make an investigation check, would he be able to maybe decipher what these creatures were
Sure.
from the bones? Okay. All right. Close it up. That is a he doesn't get, well, no, he would get no, he wouldn't. Okay, 16 on a die, he gets a 0.
Okay. All right. So, looking a little more closely, there are blood stains on the stone hearth. There are a few broken, rusty weapons scattered amongst the bones and the such. But that, again, there's some broken, mundane furniture.
But he doesn't ascertain the nature of the.
Oh yeah, what they were the humanoids. Your best guess is
Humans.
half elves, so basically of human stock.
Right. Yep. Fantastic. He would find himself a good little hidey place, near that area. I'd pop out. I would explain all of that. We found a hut. It's about a mile from here, you said? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And there's really not much more there. We could probably move towards that direction, and then to check again if you guys wanted to do that. But it doesn't seem like there's anything in between here and there.
Why don't we have him just search the entire area?
I don't have an issue with that. I just figured that if we were closer to where we're going, we might have to travel so far once he gets there.
Well, it seems safest once we have a good scout.
Okay.
We might as well let them find everything and then go once we know for sure.
Huckabus says, was there
Oops, we lost you.
Huckabus says, was there any treasure in that spot?
And he kind of grins. But no. And he tries to lie to you so hard. You know what I mean? But he just, he's lawful good. I mean, neutral good. He's trying very hard to lie to you, but
Huck is oblivious and just says, all right, well, should we go that way and let him, because that was the first.
Right, and but Idril just professed that he thought that we should just look about more, maybe
All right, but if we go to the first spot, that would get us closer to the second in case he finds something, yeah?
That also makes sense to me.
Why don't we do
We
that?
need to talk with him.
Okay, roll me a perception check for Onyx.
For Onyx, yes, sir. Oh man, that die is rolling good today. That is perception is off of that. He doesn't have that. 17.
Okay. Roll me
No, sorry, 19. 17 was another die plus 2.
roll me a perception check for you.
All right. I do have that, and it's really good. That's a natural 20 for me, plus 6, 26.
How many hit points does Onyx have?
Onyx has 10.
Okay. You're talking like you were there. Come up with your plan.
Mhm.
Onyx flashes in your head,
Mhm.
and then you can see through his eyes for a second, and this
Mhm.
large, featureless, for lack of a better word, fist slams into him, and the connection breaks.
So, okay. So the featureless fist hit something it couldn't see because it was invisible. Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
first of all, you said he was visible.
Well, yes, I said he was visible for a moment when he tried to take the, the loot that was in that thing, and then I did say that he did go back invisible. But it's fine if you wanted to take it that way. I have no issues with it.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Yeah, it is what it is. So he's gone.
Yep.
Okay. And Tristan comes back in horror once he comes back, and he goes, "Oh, we have to go there."
What's the problem, my little elf?
He's gone again.
Oh, is he back on the Feywild again?
I would assume so.
I perhaps next time he goes back into the Feywild, he could take me because I had very nice times there.
Well, you would have had to have gone with him right now. It looks as if a very large fist punched him.
What?
And
What?
yes, inside of that cabin, something hit him.
Inside of the
Can we move
place?
with haste? And he just starts turning and going in a direction that he knows that it is.
Perhaps not so much haste. How far away is this? An hour?
About a mile.
A mile? So he'll let you run for a little bit, but once we get within about a half a mile, April is going to make an attempt to slow everybody down.
Yeah, no, nobody wants to run. Huckavus is, of course, Huck is the weakling, I think, of the entire group. He's kind of huffing and puffing behind. Nine.
I would suggest we attempt to move a little stealthily to this area and maybe have a plan instead of just running in.
To which Huckavus is huffing and puffing, going, yeah. None of this more running. What are we doing?
So yeah, Idril is going to suggest that we attempt to stealthily move towards there.
And about 30 seconds after that, Mort's stubby little legs finally catch up. Oh, Christ, what do you long-legged bastards keep running off for?
It's a little funny to make you run.
To which Huckavus says, I ask myself that every day.
Oh, why did we stop? Were there more root vegetables?
No more. We're rather close to the cabin. It is time to slow down, take a quieter look, if you...
Wait, Mort. He turns around and looks at you. You are a little thief of Ugriff, yeah?
Except it's alive. Like there was a documentary that came out in 2011 of it, and ever since then,
Nathan, I love your wife, but she just spoke.
Right.
That's all I heard.
She said anything at that point.
Oh, was that not your wife? Whatever. Sorry. Heard somebody's wife.
No one was talking here. It was mine. It was mine.
Sorry. Mort, you're the thief of the party, right?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you sneak up close and see what you see and come back and tell us?
Yeah, because that worked out so well last time.
For who? And I'm fine after the last encounter.
Yeah, he's just for the first time has a bit of a frustrated look in his face. Like he's always been very optimistic, everything, and he goes, "Are you not? You should stop talking about potatoes, and could become a part of this." Onyx is gone again, my friend. He was scouting for us, and he didn't go back invisible apparently. So he's dead.
Oh, well, what I was proposing was that Mort be the scout to look ahead and, find out where the adversaries might be. I'm
And
sorry that your friend has appeared.
Right, and it's not so much that he's angry with any of you. He's angry with the fact that he knows now that because he just made this promise to his friend, he doesn't know how he's going to be able to continue to be breaking his promise. So it's more concern than anger.
Right. Well,
Mhm.
meanwhile, we're trying to take on this adversary, and we don't know exactly where they are. So, all right. You know what? Whatever. And Huckabus is going to delicately start walking his way down, sneaking towards wherever this is. So he's taking on the role himself.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to stealth behind Huckabus and just keep an eye on him, hopefully without me noticing. Without him.
All right. What are the other two doing?
So Idril rolled a 17 stealth, and every 6 seconds is materializing in a shadowy area, kind of parallel to the group, but about 60 feet away, and also making his way, though. So there shouldn't really be any noise involved. It's just quiet teleportation from shadow to shadow.
Unless you land on a branch.
Yeah.
A twig, but
It's true. Well, it's whatever a 17 will get me. And I'm planning to go to the edge of the clearing.
Tristan?
He
By myself.
he decides to take flight and
He can fly?
flies up. Oh, he can fly.
God damn.
It's a spell, but he doesn't get a lot of them a day. But he's pretty distraught and wants to find out what happened. So he takes flight and he flies up into the trees, so on and so forth, and flies to the edge of the clearing.
Okay.
that was a 25 stealth for me.
Okay. How about you, Huck?
I think I rolled a 14. I've got a +3 and a plus. Wait, let me do that again. 14, 15, 16, 17. It's a 16.
So +3 and a -1?
Yes, sir. Math is hard.
Okay. All right, so you're all at the edge of the clearing. You see basically the same thing I described before. There's a dilapidated cabin. You see the door lies open. Looks exactly like you saw.
We don't see a big brute of a hand-wielding hand guy anywhere.
Nope.
Well, he certainly knows that Onyx was in the main room of the cabin when that was happening, trying to be a bit hidey per se, and then that's when he saw the fist and all went black.
All right, so let me give you a description from the edge, or if I made a little better detail for you. It's a barren, rocky hill rising out of the trees. Hills covered with sparse clumps of grass, banks of moss, and wildflowers. A few toppled saplings adorn its flanks. The top is crowned by an old, half-ruined, empty cabin, an abandoned way house.
Does the cabin look like it's made of wood?
Yes.
So Idril is going to teleport over to where Mort and Huck are.
Mm-hmm.
Huck, I suggest we fire it.
You want to burn that Little piss on Slachtan's ground.
Well, we know that he was inside and was attacked. This way,
Do you
nobody.
want to? Let me ask you a serious question. Do you want to burn that mother out?
That would be the general idea, and I suggest that the rest of us spread so that if they see where the firebolt is coming from, we can save you, as opposed to all be caught in whatever retribution might happen. Also, it should bring the whole cult, if they're going to come up. Or spare them.
Huckabus, when he starts chanting, burn that mother out, you see like his eyes light up with the light, and he's super excited. And eventually he says, you just give me the nod, burn that mother out.
Gonna give the word.
So do we have a plan if we do draw the entire cult?
Oh wait, did you already give the word?
No.
Yep. Mort, we run if the whole cult comes. Pick them off in the woods. It'll be fun.
Huckabus calms down for a minute, as if gathering himself in, and says, why don't you? Because you're all right here.
Yeah.
Why don't you spread out a bit?
I'd like to move about 60 feet away.
Right. And I'm going to teleport, and then I'm going to teleport again. So I'm 120 feet away.
Where's Tristan?
Tristan's in a tree at the edge of the forest, however far that is.
Relative to Huck?
I don't know how far that is. Just
I don't either. I feel like Huck is. I'm
You're there
hoping
by
Huck
yourself.
is within 60 feet, and Huck creates a bonfire. Boom. Concentration up to a minute. Bonfire. I don't know if there are any creatures there, but that bonfire is gonna burn that mother out.
Huh. Is it now?
Actually, I don't know.
That's the plan, at least.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a cantrip. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. There are, if there are creatures, Huck feels like he's casting it as far inside that shack as he can see, which I'm not sure how far that would be. And it's a 5-foot cube. It's going to burn stuff. If there's a creature there, it has to succeed a dex saving throw. So that happens.
Sure. Absolutely. Why wouldn't it happen?
We don't know.
I don't stop
Um,
doing things, do I?
So is it on fire now?
I mean, you cast it inside, right? There's some smoldering beginning.
Okay. I'm gonna
Right
percept-
inside the doorway. Yes.
What's that?
I'm gonna percept around the woods as I sit here quietly.
Casted it. I cast
You-
it right inside the doorway. Yes.
And I have 22 percepts to listen to birdsong or the lack thereof.
Sorry, there's something invading me. Frustrated. No. Try my search food.
Okay. Yeah. Not that I know of. Yes, it does.
Sorry, Ken. I didn't hear what you said.
I
He's,
said something is evading me. I need a second to search for it.
I'm gonna go AFK for just a sec.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Roger. I'm dropping things left, right, and center.
Sure you are.
Oh no, I am. I have this fantastic clipboard on the back. It says band-repair, and there's a amateur drawing of Odie the dog. And I think this was done around 2003 by a immature sales rep from my business. Isn't that fun?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's in a what's the word?
Thunderbird.
Well, that is the word, but also bird could be the word. Well, I'm muting. Are we on break? What's happening?
Yeah, let's take a quick break. Keep going anyhow. I found what I was looking for, but yeah, let's take
Roger.
3.
Still on break?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Robot roll call.
Autobot, sound off.
I'm an Android, actually.
Carl, you're muted if you're here.
He may not be here.
These are the questions.
Did we hear from Corey?
Yeah, I'm still here. I've never left.
Okay. You're a youngin' back there?
Oh, it's my wife talking on the phone in the background. Sorry.
You're married to a youngin'? I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, she's younger than me. That's true.
Way to rob her.
But that's only for dinners.
Hello?
Things are scary.
Oh,
Here, all of
Hello.
the robots.
Okay.
only thing more scary than robots are robot chickens.
Is that so?
Hmm.
I don't think you're the boss of me.
Buck, 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 buck.
Okay. So refresh me on where each of you is at this point. I'm going to assume that Huckabus is at the edge of the forest,
Yep.
straight from the door so that he can get the
60 feet. Yep.
And
It's
then
100
150 feet in one
120
direction is Idril, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Halfway in between them, 60 feet from Huckabus, is more.
And above Huckavis in a tree is Tristan.
So I did find my thing. Now I have to find the other thing.
Should we roll stealth or anything, assuming those of us to the side are being stealthy-ish? I know I'm trying.
I think, didn't all of you roll some amount?
Yeah, okay, so we're still happy with that roll? That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, just no reason to roll it 27 times unless you need to. So
That's fine with me.
damn it, the devil section is very large. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Damn devils.
They're the worst.
So,
It's
so
also
Huck, absolutely.
Are you a devil or a demon? Like, always.
He's really not sure. He is not sure at all.
It sounds like the writers of D&D.
Yep.
I think tieflings are demons, but not that it matters at all to the actual game. This is just
They're
filling
the
in.
crossbreeds between devils and demons.
And humans
Right, and
somehow.
there's a different name for each, but only tieflings are playable. And I can't remember if I think tieflings are the demon ones.
Well, you just educated me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it's in the monster manual. I think cambions.
That sounds like 3.5 shit to me.
It's N5s because I've only ever read 5s, but yeah, demons and devils are one of those things where it's like, and what if we just called them all one or all the other, and then you got twice as many monsters.
It makes the Christians happy.
It's true. It's true.
Okay. So what were the various stealth rolls?
Idril, 17.
It was a 20-something from Mort, as I recall. How about
25.
The Hux was a 16.
And Tristan's is 12.
You know what? I'm doing math wrong. Huck has proficiency in stealth, so 14, 19.
whatever it takes?
You have a plus.
Well,
Calculate it again. Get into the 20s.
it was a 14 plus 6 minus 1.
that,
Where are you
Carl
getting
couldn't do
that?
math.
what's your dex modifier?
Huck? Negative
Yeah.
1.
So then you should add your proficiency to that.
Yes, which is
And
ah, shit.
Should
No,
be, I think it's just +3, so you have a +2 total to stealth.
Oh gosh, I'm back to 16. Sorry, still can't do math.
Yeah,
16.
and I mean,
How convenient.
Is it convenient or forgetful? It's hard to tell.
Well, could be convenient forgetfulness.
Could be a lack of keeping an accurate sheet.
listen to the sound of us dying.
Tastes nice.
Okay. Huckabus Nover.
Uh-huh.
You cast your spell.
I did.
The building begins to smolder.
A little bit.
Yep.
And Scully comes out.
What's that?
Smolder and Scully.
Get out.
And Idril falls over dead.
I think that's the game for the win right
That's
there.
the
actually.
appropriate reaction to terrible puns.
Everyone can make me a perception check.
22.
23 for Tristan.
20 not natural.
Carl, can you get a 20 as well?
All of you are very aware that you're
Not
going to
even
die.
close. No. My perception check is a. I think that's a 10. I really need to figure this sheet out. Yep, 10.
We're going to go with that. Okay, so it is with horror that everyone except Huckabus sees the ground behind him begin to rise up.
The ground behind Huckabus?
Yep.
So in the woods side of things?
Yep.
Okay.
And take the form of
Cat.
a large
Platypus.
earthen creature
Carafe of wine.
that takes its large earthen fist and attempts to cause harm to our hero Huckabus.
Could I distract it by shooting it with a crossbow bolt?
Not at this point. Not until after it's caused harm. Then we'll roll initiative after it's caused harm.
Initiatives.
Not yet.
Okay.
So a 10 is not going to hit you, is it, Huckabus?
Negative.
But an 18 probably will. Right? Right?
Crap. Yes, sir.
Take 13 points of fist damage to the back of your noggin. Then
Those
we,
fists are serious.
then we can roll initiative.
I forgot how to roll.
You see, take an d20.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Got it. 23.
9.
So Idril,
Tristan.
Uh-huh.
23.
23, yes.
Huck was a 9.
Tristan also got a 9.
Mort also got a 23.
Must be nice to have a dex modifier.
It's the dream.
Okay.
By the rules, Tristan would go before me.
Unless he's
I
got
know
a
that.
negative dex modifier too.
No,
Oh, yeah, no, I have a 0.
I can see it. It's right there. I'm -1. He's 0. So
Using the cheat sheet.
Idril and Mort, fight amongst yourselves.
Did we both roll 23s?
Yes,
Oh. I've got a +4 dex.
as do I.
Well, I've got.
it's
you roll
time for a
20?
dance off.
All right. Yeah, Mort, you can go first.
That I will shoot with a crossbow at the earth monster.
Okay.
And do I have advantage on it since it theoretically doesn't know I'm there?
We'll say yes.
All right. That's a net 20.
All right, misses.
Well, I run. I turn and I run. I'm sorry, Huckabus, but you're dead. So D6. So 46.
46.
46
No.
damage.
No. Hold on.
Hit.
34 points of damage.
What?
So I got sneak attack damage
Yeah.
and
Correct.
my
Double
regular
down.
crossbow damage. So it was 15 on the dice.
Uh-huh.
I doubled that to 30. And then I get a +4 modifier for the crossbow for the damage.
No, the math checks out.
Why did you double it?
Because it was 20.
So it's a question for you, I guess, Ken. Not that we fight enough to know. Do you want crits to be double the dice roll, or do you want us to roll double the number of dice?
Roll double the number of dice.
Okay. So so it's 28 plus 4, so 32 points.
And what kind of weapon is this?
A light crossbow? Sorry, a hand crossbow.
Just a regular hand crossbow?
Yes.
Okay. It hits him, but not quite as happily as you might have hoped. Seems to shrug some of it off.
Indeed. It's piercing damage, if that changes anything.
No, that
Confirms your expectations. Okay.
Idril.
Okay. I am going to run at it and then teleport onto it and just give it a nice jab to the chin with my Fists of Fury.
Okay.
Okay, so 9 plus 7, 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, so I will jab at it again with my other Fist of Fury. That is a less, so that also will... Oh wait, I had advantage because I came out of Magical Land. So that deals with the first one, both of those missing. What about a 19? Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay. And then I get a d6. So it does a massive 6 points of magical punch damage. And I'm going to spend a key point to stun that thing.
Okay.
So it needs to make a saving throw, Constitution saving throw against a...
It made it.
Okay, well, then it is... Let me make sure that there's... It is not stunned. And you know what? Because I'm here and it does damage, I'm going to spend another key point to make 2 more attacks.
Okay.
So those are going to be both above 20 to hit. Do those hit?
Okay. Yep.
And those will be gosh, a whopping 8, 10, 13 points of damage. And that'll do it.
You're pummeled by pebbles and debris,
Okay. Sounds fun.
but you seem to think that you're about as effective as you thought you might be.
That sounds like good Mabley news.
You're effective enough that you have its attention, so it's going to attempt to wallop you.
Hooray!
How about a 16?
You're going to have to do better than that.
Is an 11 better?
No, that's not better.
Tristan.
Okay. He's going to drop the ability to fly. He's in the tree, so I don't know. Do you want me to roll something to make sure that he doesn't fall?
I mean, I assume you can kind of drift down and
Yeah.
your
So
skill.
yeah. Right. He drifts down to the ground. Gets a little bit of cover behind said tree. And cast Hex on said beast.
Okay.
It's level 3 because it has to be, in theory. So it's going to stay for like 8 hours or something stupid like that.
It is. Hex is
Yeah.
great once it gets to a big place.
Yeah. And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at it. He's above level 5, so that is actually 2 beams of Eldritch Blast. I'm going to focus both of them at him. Oh, I'm going to take.
Yep.
Wait. I'm going to take
Hello.
strength. Am I still there? Hello.
You're breaking up, buddy.
Am I? Wonderful.
One of us is. Might be me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah, you sound fine. Can anybody else hear us?
Yeah, that could well have been just me eating some
I
chips.
can hear
Sorry.
everybody.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
hearing.
I could hear you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Carry on then.
Okay. I am going to take well, not strength away from him, but he's going to have disadvantage on strength thingies.
Okay.
Due to Hex, and then I'm going to shoot 2 beams at him of Eldritch Blast.
And that's the cantrip, right?
That is the cantrip Eldritch Blast.
Carry
That is
on.
correct. All right. One is a natural 20. One is a 4.
Okay. You can probably
There,
guess the
plus-
results of that.
Yes, the 4 is not going to hit him at all, I'm assuming, and the other one will.
Yep.
So we'll roll 2 d10 for that. That is 9 plus 4 because I have the special thingy. 9 plus 4 is 13 damage.
All right. Last.
Oh, wait, plus 6. Plus 1 more, so 14 damage because I had to roll d6 as well for Hex. And that 1 damage is necrotic.
Okay. You blasted
The
a
others
chunk
is
of the wall.
force. Yeah, and the others is force damage.
Huck.
All right, some background work. I failed the roll to continue concentration, so the bonfire that I'd created in the room is gone.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I got shocked in the back of the head. Huckabus doesn't know what's behind him. Can he turn around and look?
Yes, you can.
Does he, and this is his only thing that he's looking for, is he's looking to see if whatever the hell this thing is, if it's wearing any metal.
Not wearing anything. It's a big rock.
Oh, it's okay.
Big earth and rock creature.
Right. That's unfortunate. Does not make Huckabus feel any better. Nor apparently the Mastiff. I don't know what that was about. But he is going to reach out and touch that thing. It's a shocking grasp. Again, a cantrip. He's hoping for the best here. Let me double check this math. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I don't have math. I have math. Oh, wrong button. Let's try that again. That is a 19 of shocking grasping.
That'll grasp.
Okay. There's probably a plus to that, but I'm not sure. I think that's wrong, but let's do it. That is going to be boom, boom. 9 points of lightning damage.
Zap.
And it cannot take reaction. Is that right? Oh, no, that's right. It cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn. So with that, Huckabus is going to flee.
Which way?
Little into the forest, about 15 feet. Not losing sight, but definitely getting away.
Deeper into the forest.
Back the way they
opposed to
came.
towards the hut.
No, back the way they came.
Okay.
Yeah? Make
Yep.
sense?
That's fine.
Okay.
More. Make me a spot check. Perception.
Pretty good. What is that? 16 plus 7, 23.
You're not surprised by the second one that pops up next to you,
Oh, good.
but it does roll a 24.
That will hit.
I would roll the other one. 16?
That's my AC.
2 hits?
Yeah, 2 hit.
Oh my.
Oh, that's fun to hear.
32.
Good. Okay.
But you know the good news?
Oh god, he gets another attack?
No, that was 2 attacks.
No, it's your turn.
Now it's your turn.
You can shoot the one next to me with your sneak attack.
Let me do math real quick. Figure out how dead I am. Or how close to death I am. Okay. So there's one next to. Is there one next to Idril and Huckabus? Both?
Well, Huckabus is 15 feet away, but yeah, he's next to Idril. And then,
That's right. Okay.
what are you, like 10 feet away, Tristan, from the first one?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Okay.
All
Man,
right.
I was near where Huck was, like a tree over or whatever.
Okay. I will try and attack the one next to Idril. Good. 5 plus 6, 11.
They're armor class 17. Let's go ahead and make your life easy.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, and then I'm going to run 30 feet away, so that I'm about 30 feet away from the one attacking me, and about 15 feet ish away from the one attacking Huck and Idril.
Wait, so you can run 30 feet away from the one that attacked you, and where are you relative to the other one?
At an angle, so I don't want to run directly towards.
Okay.
Or it might be 30 feet away. I want to run at an angle, so I'm about 20, 30 feet away from both of them.
You'll have to be, they're 60 feet apart right now. So the only way to be at 30 of both of them would be to be in the middle. But you can wiggle a little bit if you want to be a little further away from one of them.
I will go ahead and run towards Huck and Idril. So I'm 30 feet away from both.
Okay. Idril.
What does Idril want to do? Idril is going to remove the spear from his back, and then in quick succession jab, whap, and punch the guy in front of him. So does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 of those hit. Blop, 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 blop. I threw my dice across the room. So 10 points of damage, and then 12 points of damage.
Magical bludgeoning, right?
One is magical piercing, the other is magical bludgeoning.
Okay. All right.
And that is
Pleasantly.
my turn.
We'll return the favor then. All right.
Yep.
10,
Does not hit.
22.
That does hit.
16.
I'm sorry?
16 points of damage.
Okay.
Unless you happen to be a structure.
I mean, I think I'm a little sculpted, chiseled,
Okay.
built.
Then double that.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think I'm a house.
Okay, fine. Tristan.
All right, from where he is, he's going to rinse and repeat.
All right.
That is a 25 and a 23.
All right. Those will hit.
First one is 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1. So first one is 9 damage. Second one is, a whopping 1 on the D10. How nice for that. Oh, but a 6 on the D6. So 7 plus 4 and 11 on the second one.
20
Shooting
total.
at the same. Yeah, 20 total. Shooting at the same one that I shot at before.
Yep. It's starting.
And then I would like to move a good old distance into the back of the forest, probably about exactly 30 feet away from there.
to grapple it,
No, to go in the opposite direction of where it is.
not to grapple it. Okay.
No, I'm good on that. Thank you for the opportunity, though, sir.
Leaving Huck the opportunity to grapple it. Got it. Okay, Huck.
Certainly, whatever.
Huckavus, having had his bell rung, and then immediately, like, his response was to go ah, and then run away, is going to actually try and survey what's going on.
Okay.
So,
You were originally standing.
yeah,
Idril and one of these big rock monsters are battling it out. 30 feet off to one side, you see Tristan blasting it with his blasty blasters.
right.
30 feet on the other side, you see Mort. And then 30 feet beyond that, you see the second eerily fresh looking one of these things.
Got it. But so there are two of these things.
Correct.
They're both kind of the same, yeah.
They look, yeah. They're
Visually the same?
related.
Okay. So the one that's closest, he's going to chromatic orb.
All right.
He's going to lightning it because that seemed to work out pretty well the first time, with a natural one.
Ooh, and it was hand to hand with Idril, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I think that is probably Huckavus's turn.
All right.
Very useful. Great contribution there, Huckavus Nowhere. Cheers.
It was pretty.
Not even pretty. No, it was kind of like a giant fart coming out of his hand. Is how I'm picturing that.
It was a sparkly part.
Indeed.
Mordecai,
Yeah.
your friend is going to come visit you.
Why?
Well,
He brought cookies.
because you didn't wait for it. You didn't wake him
Ooh.
up before you go.
Like this relationship is off to a rocky start.
But Nathan,
That's
But I'm
some
going to
good,
guess a 13 is
that's some good
inadequate.
voice play on all y'all part.
Is that correct?
that's correct. The 13 does not hit.
And that was his high roll of his 2 attacks.
Oh, thank goodness.
You know the good news, though.
I get to run.
It's your turn.
I will try taking another shot at the one near Huck and Idril.
Okay.
Assuming that it's still within 5 feet of one of them.
Yes, with Idril. Yes.
5 feet of me.
Nat 20. So that's
Nice.
8d6 plus 4.
This is all that rolling. Roll.
Uh, 32 plus 4. 36.
That seems like way too much.
It's sneak attack damage. It's the best.
Describe it.
So there's one arrow kind of sticking out out of one side. So I will freaking out a little bit. I'll shoot an arrow again, or shoot another crossbow bolt. It will split the previous bolt, somehow like go through and just kind of turn into a swamp monster and just melt back into the ground.
All right, that happens.
And then, with my bonus action, I want to run. So disengage and then move 30 feet towards Huck and Idril.
Wait a minute. Aren't you like a shrimp?
I'm very short, yes.
It's only 25 feet.
Yeah.
I'm like 3 foot 3 inches and 50 pounds.
But your move rate is 25 feet.
Yeah, you big cheater.
So I will be 10 feet away from Huckabus and Idril.
Well, no, you're further away than Huckabus. You're that far.
Okay, so I will be 10 feet away.
Huckabus moved away from the original. But yeah, okay, gotcha. Idril.
So
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm running. Oh my god, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
So to be clear, the first one died.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
going to say your playmate is no longer.
Okay.
But bring you a new one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport to the next one.
All right.
So that is a 20-something to hit, which does so 7 damage, followed by more damage, followed by 12 damage.
You attack it 3 times?
I attacked it twice, so 7 and 12 were the totals.
Oh, okay.
19 damage is the total.
Okay.
Your friend just hit rock bottom.
Tristan.
Alrighty. I'm going to move the hex from the original one to its buddy.
Yep.
And it still will lose strength. Disadvantage to strength check thingies. And we're gonna double beam it again because that's what warlocks do. So the first one is 15. I know that misses. The other one is a 19.
Hits.
19 hits. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 4 is 17 damage. And then he, as a bonus action,
Seems like pretty damn much damage, just FYI. All y'all should know. Carry on.
well, I'm sorry, we're level 6 characters now, bud.
Have to do
It's,
something about
I guess you could take levels away if you want to. Or make your character, or make your monsters way bigger. I just said it loud. And then he kind of assesses that Mort is the worst off of their group, I'm assuming. Would that be correct?
I'm not sure what Huckabus is at.
Morton, the bottom line, Morton Huck both look bad.
Pretty shitty. Okay, who's the closer of the two of them to me? Well, no, I got it better.
Okay.
We are going to give. Well, I'm going to give. Or he's going to give. Whoever does it. I'm going to use one of my abilities as a bonus action. I can shield an ally with divine aura, granting them temporary hit points equal to my charisma modifier plus level, which is 10. I can't use it again until short rest. So, Huckabus gets 10 points of temporary hit points. It's not healing.
2.
To Huckabus.
Oh, okay.
Because I went high-low, and you were the low one, sir.
Where's that? There it is. Got it.
Next. Oh, and then I moved back 30 more feet, because I can shoot 120 feet away. So, I'm not trying to get close to these things.
Thing that has a range?
It does not say a range on that thing. Very sorry.
You'd probably have to touch, so you go 15.
Okay, yeah, I go 15. Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I guess I'd move to where they were and then back to where I was. That works
Okay.
perfectly for me. Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
You have
From
been bolstered.
Yes, yes, and Huck appreciates it. From where Huck is, how far off is beast number 2? Because beast number 1, as I understand it, has been crumbled.
Correct. What do we decide you? How far do we decide you were away?
From the original, I moved.
He was 10 feet away from me, so 35 feet was the distance he ran.
So we'll say he's 25 feet away, Huck.
I was slightly in the forest. Do I have a clear sight on this other thing?
Yeah, I mean it's not the thickest part of the forest. You can
Not hard to see. I'm going to chromatic orb again. Let's
work so
go.
well last time.
What?
It worked so well last time.
Did not. However, I'm clearing off that natty 1, hoping for something better this time. Boom pow, let's go. Give me a minute. It's a 13 to hit.
Fail sauce. Wah 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 wah.
God damn. Huckivus is feeling very inadequate tonight. He's feeling pretty happy about his temp hit points. So he's actually going to move towards that critter,
Okay.
about 10 feet, but still trying to stay somewhat obscured.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. So Idril is now mono Rocco.
Wasn't that a sliced of lemon movie?
I think it was 20. Will hit.
20 will hit.
Eight, 17.
Okay.
21 will hit. No, 25.
I will do it too.
Eight. 20.
All right, Idril is down.
Mort.
Did the monster move?
No.
Are you sure?
Can I ask a serious question? Did the monster mash?
I'm going to say no. It did not move. Should it have?
Meh. I'm just trying to think. Got anything else I can do? Okay, I will shoot at it with my crossbow.
Okay.
It's a 13. It doesn't hit. I will move 15 feet perpendicularly deeper into the forest.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
So hopefully it doesn't know where I went to when I hid.
Okay.
And then if I need to roll anything, just let me know.
Yeah, well, roll if necessary.
All right.
Roll, make your special roll.
All right.
Tristan.
Stealth.
Woo.
Can you guys hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, wonderful. I have a mute on my headset as well, and I wasn't sure if I turned that on or not, which I must have. Yeah, we're gonna rinse and repeat again. That's what he does. Miss and a hit.
Yay, a miss.
Yeah, you know, and that is 9 plus 4 is 13 in my book.
Blast a chunk of him off. Makes rock noises.
He moves a good, I don't know, I can move 30 feet at this point. 30 feet deeper into the forest, I can shoot something from 120 feet away, so it shouldn't be an issue.
All right. Huck. Hook is muted.
Huck is annoyed and is going to just throw out something that has always been great for him. He's going to Ray of Frost this guy. This is a cantrip. He's just going to
Yep.
say, "Rah! Freeze, baby, freeze." All right, wait, let's do it in the right accent. Freeze, baby, freeze. And it totally misses. It's a 15.
That is a miss. Yes.
Huck is just useless tonight. I guess he's going to probably retreat 5 feet.
All right. All right. So Mort has wandered off in the woods and hidden. Tristan has wandered. What is it? 90 feet away? You said, give or take.
Coup de grace.
Yeah,
Coup de
I'm about
grace.
90 feet away from them.
And Huck is about 25 feet away. So this thing takes
Coup de grace.
takes a couple of steps towards Huck, and then it kind of disappears into the ground. And then underneath you, Huck, it explodes from the ground.
Nice.
23 will hit,
Absolutely.
and 24 will hit.
Yeah. Nice.
Take 12 and 15.
27?
Yep.
Oh, man, I'm glad for them 10 hit points. Thank you, Corey.
Mort.
Okay. Seeing that the rock monster has left the lifeless form of Idril, I should be 25 feet away.
Okay.
And I'd like to use all of my movement.
Yep.
Go over and try and
Ken?
stabilize.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
That's a Huck being really pissed off and wants to use a daily. May I?
I don't know what that means.
I have a race spell that is a immediate reaction in response to being hit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sorry to interrupt, Andy.
Unacceptable.
I need a dexterity saving throw from that thing. The DC is a good question. The DC is
I ain't gonna make it.
it's a whopping.
It ain't a 7.
Okay. It's going to take a whole mess of fire damage, which I don't know if it's resistant to or not, but let me do it. Hang on, here it comes. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, that's not very good. That's fire, damn it. 18 points of fire damage.
It's bloodied. You didn't realize that
Good enough. Just
Earth would burn that way.
wanted to throw that out there.
Very nice. Mort?
Okay. I will use my movement to get over to Idril's unconscious body, and I will attempt to stabilize it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go through his pockets real quick and see if he's got any health potions left. And does he? You know, I'm assuming he does. So I'm going to take the health potion out of his pocket and pour it in his mouth.
Okay. You there, Edril?
No, wow, that was abrupt.
Boy, we got rid of him.
I
Don't
guess really
don't be
didn't.
curing him again.
Snap, snap, snap. Nathan's out.
The Wrath of Sachet.
Well, we'll
I
come
will-
back. Go ahead.
So assuming that he comes back, I'll give him the let him roll his own 2d4 plus 2, I believe.
Okay.
Nathan, congratulations. I took a healing potion out of your pocket and fed it to you.
And you're muted. And it's your turn, Idril. But you do get to roll 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So I've got my health. This thing's still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is
Where,
bloodied.
where is it? Is bloodied or isn't bloodied?
It is bloodied, and it's about 25 feet away, beating the bejesus out of Huckleberry.
Okay. Idril is going to teleport between its fists and Huckleberry. Then he is going to hit it with the butt of his spear with a 20, not natural, which will do a whopping 11 points of damage,
It's pretty walking.
followed by a jab, which will miss. He will spend a key point and punch repeatedly with righty and lefty, and miss repeatedly because he's so good.
Quality. I approve.
And that was some quality slap fight that just happened there.
Tristan.
Okay, so again, because it was so exciting the things that he does in this world, we're going to continue with it. That is a 18 and a way higher than that. So that's only still one hit. It's 19, right?
17.
Oh, 17. Okay, so that's 2 hits. That's going to be 8 there and 8 there. So it's 16 plus 3 is 19 plus 5.
4?
19 plus 5 is 24 plus 8 more. 24, 20, 32 damage.
Really?
For real.
Kill your
I
ass.
rolled.
Fine. Huck.
Oh, and then
Oh, okay.
so that it continues to happen. I move at my max range at 120 feet and stand right there, and I'll still be able to shoot him as long as he doesn't move. Well, no, actually, he moved towards me because Huckleberry was towards me. So, yeah, I'm like 95 feet away from it now.
Okay, dope. Huck.
Is going to repeat his shocking grasp because it's shocking. He says, "Take these lightning gloves and yeah. 18.
That'll hit.
All right. Not wearing metal, is he?
Still not wearing metal.
It
Nope.
doesn't matter. It can't take reactions until its next turn. The start of its next turn, and here comes the damage. 6 points of lightning damage.
All right.
And Huck's going to back away 15 feet, probably back in further into the forest from which they came.
Okay.
Well,
And you're all, when you're going in the forest, like you, Tristan, are you going back towards the way you came?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, he's more flanking around the side, so he's going deeper in the forest, but he's going parallel to the forest, so he doesn't get too far in there. But he's keeping his distance from this rock monster.
Okay. No. Sorry, Huck, but there's a. Well, no, Idril's there now.
Yeah, I'm right in front of him.
Something for you, Idril.
Yeah.
But Huck, you went back 15 feet.
correct. And you don't need to apologize about a damn thing.
It's going to move on the other side of Idril.
Rude.
Up on the attack.
Swing at Idril for 24.
That'll hit.
Go.
Idril's down. Unless you rolled all ones.
About 18.
Idril's down.
And
I just resurrect God.
he extends his arm and punches Huck as well.
That's a big guy.
You went back 15 feet, right?
Correct.
That's 22.
You know. Wait, is that 22 points of damage?
No.
Well, how many points of damage? 22 hits.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to shield up or something.
No, I can't shield up that much. How much?
16.
Huck's down.
Woo!
Finally!
No parents, no rules.
It's because of those damn extra hit points.
I made it.
What's that?
I made it one more round because of those damn extra hit points. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Mort.
You rock, Corey.
Crossbow. 17.
That hits.
So that's 6 points of damage.
It's looking rough. Idril, you know what to do.
Live.
Tristan.
So yeah, he's gonna keep doing that thing that he does. That is a 17 and a much higher than 17.
All right.
Um,
I have to put a limit of 100 cantrip per day.
well, I've only done like 8, so it's all right.
Go ahead and describe your kill.
Okay, yeah, because it's
He had 4 hit points. I'm betting you can
Okay.
get that many.
Well, I rolled a 10 on one of the die, so he's keeping his distance, so on and so forth, playing as a good warlock should. Puts on his hex. It's all steamy with blackness. He looks very satisfied that he's been able to hit kind of at will. He shoots 2 beams, so one comes out of each hand, and he just kind of puts his hand in the shape of a diamond and shoots them both at the same time. It kind of gives him a little bit of a pushback, like kind of like a gun with a whatever that is, recoil. And you see the white force energy light come out of his hand. It hits it directly in the chest, and right where its pectoral muscles maybe would be if it was a humanistic thing. There's now 2 holes, and it just crumbles from the inside and falls to the ground.
Very nice. Huck. I assume you'll do your thing.
Yes, sir.
Mort.
I will make my way over to the 2 that are down.
Yep.
And I will.
Yeah, I moved closer towards Huggivis. I'm still too far away, but moved closer.
So I literally just saved Idril. So I'm going to go ahead and try and stabilize Huckabus first.
Okay.
So that's a 14 plus 1 medicine check, so he should be stabilized. Unless he really doesn't want to be.
All right.
Correct me, or I don't know how those rules work. Does that mean that I'm at 0?
Yeah. Actually, the way it's, from my recollection, the way it's supposed to work is you're at 0, you roll a 1d4, and that's how many hours until you gain 1 hit point and become conscious again.
That is absolutely correct, sir.
I'm at 0. I roll 1d4. That's how. Okay, great. I got it.
Don't use that in the campaigns you run, though. In the campaigns you run, it's just as soon as you're stabilized, you're back up at 1.
I'm happy. I rolled a 1. Woo!
All right. So, Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan will certainly run to help his friends. He doesn't have any healy things either. That's not what he does, but he can run a medicine check.
Yep.
He gets +6 to that, so see how that works out. That is a 16.
All right. You stabilize him.
That was me. He's stabilizing. You're not double stabilizing Huck, correct?
No, I would be certainly paying attention to the fact that I was stabilizing you, sir.
Fine. Okay.
And I look, Tristan looks over to Mort and goes, that was slightly surprising. It didn't look like a rocky fist. It just looked like a fist.
Oh,
Strange. And he would.
And I'll confirm that that is correct.
Right? Yeah. That's. I mean, you didn't say it was a rocky fist, so that's, that was a bit of a surprise to him. So he's like, I don't so much think that was what hit Onyx.
should we go check and see what's in that cabin?
You can go check to see what's in that cabin. It already killed my friend.
Well, I mean, it killed my friends too. They got better. I assume Onyx will get better like he did last time.
Well, we do have to wait for them to wake up. Unless, what was that stuff that he gave me after I fell asleep? Does he have any more of that there, Idril? You're sleeping, but I mean, it's.
Yeah. So if you're going to rummage through my single satchel, yes, you will find quite quickly that there's some Goliath juice with 5 uses left.
Well, we could. Have you seen this stuff before? I don't know what this is, Mark.
That's the Goliath juice. I don't.
Goliath juice? You mean like a huge person?
Did Jay give that to us?
Who's Jay?
One of my associates in Neverwinter. Trying to remember where we got that.
I feel like we found it. Maybe in the whole
In the Nether.
prison cell or whatever was happening.
Yeah, it was found. I do know the answer to that. It was found when we found you.
Right.
Okay. So it's Goliath juice. It's been here as long as Idril has, kind of.
That sounds kind of interesting. So we just give them some and they feel better? Because I did after. I mean, I don't know if it's what he used. I don't know. I woke up from sleeping.
I think so. I think we rub it on them, or pour a little bit onto their wounds.
Okay.
It seems to be the trick.
Go ahead and try.
All right, I will pour one use's worth onto a bruise or a broken something on Huckabus.
All right. Give me a medicine check.
And it's a 10.
Okay. Archivist, you may use one of your restorative dice if you'd like.
Choose not to.
What's that?
Choose not to.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work anymore. Maybe it's got a shelf life.
I don't know. Here, let's put a little bit on Idril, and I'll try it. And he puts a little bit on him. Makes a medicine check. That is an 18.
You can use up to 2 dice if you'd like, Idril.
I'll go ahead and do it just for the sake of not confusing the hell out of them.
What are you even doing? Why would
Okay.
That's the worst character.
I know. You're right. That's the worst reason to do a thing. Okay, done. Am I awake now? I forget.
Yes, you have
Yeah,
hit
good.
points.
Hit points.
Uh,
Hey, welcome back, buddy.
oh, yeah. My head. What's this happening?
Well, we got rid of those rock monsters.
Well, this is good. Did we go in the house?
Well, I think Huckabus might be dead.
And Idril's going to go over to Huckabus and just pry his mouth open. And then grab his tongue. It's a thing.
Okay. It's warm and moist.
No, he still feels wet.
Use the how for future reference. How are you supposed to use this Goliath juice? Actually, no. I guess Tristan has the Goliath juice right now. How do you use that stuff that Tristan's got?
I mean, you lift and you separate, and just kind of hope. It didn't come with a manual. It's worked every time I've used it.
Oh, maybe it just doesn't like me. Eh. Oh well. Well, so I think Huckabus he's unconscious at least. We probably shouldn't just leave him out in the open. Are there any leaves around? Aside from the golden leaves I won from Idril earlier.
So I'm going to take the second healing potion that was in my pouch out
Yeah.
and pour that down Huck's throat.
All right. Yes, there are leaves.
I'd like to start I'd like to put Huckabus slowly drag him up to the trunk of a tree and start covering him with leaves to camouflage him.
Okay. You begin to drag him, and Idril pops open his mouth and pours liquid down his throat.
What, Idril? No, I'm going to hide him.
Yeah, this may be easier.
It will be better. Or funnier, at least.
Well, we'll see. So 2d4s plus 2 for Huck. No choice.
Rolling, mate.
You want me to? Okay.
Yeah, please do.
Enjoy a lovely 7 hit points.
Huck, probably feeling better than he looks, kind of leaps to his feet and goes, what, and he's actually got pain in his hands, and he's brandishing it at all of you. He has I don't remember, a spectral blade? Yeah, spectral weapon out, and he's like waving it around, going, what, and after about 3 seconds of that, he's like, oh, it's you guys. Oh my God, I don't feel well at all. And he kind of like collapses back down a little bit, and then looks up and he says, what the hell happened?
Well, we fought some rocky things.
Oh, the rocky things, yeah. Oh, they punched the goddamn hell out of us. I'm not sure if God or damn no hell is appropriate for the D&D world, but that's what he said. They punched Huckabus. Oh, they rang his bell repeatedly. Oh. Are they dead? Are we still at it? And he starts waving this spectral blade around, just kind of, and it's like really impotent waving at this point. He's kind of on his haunches, just. Did we get them?
Yes, they're dead.
Yeah, they're gone. I killed the last one.
Then you are the enemy now. And he starts like ineffectively jabbing towards you. Obviously, Huckabus is not in his right mind. You're like, no, you're not. Huckabus feels bad. I haven't been this. I haven't felt this bad in so long. There is. I wish I could remember. Her name. Lady, not lady, but there's the.
Sophie?
No. The
Marisara?
Was Marisara
The Fey General?
No. Oh God, no. Huck has been dead twice, and has been brought back twice by a.
Lady Machina?
No, a follower of the Luck.
Sister Gorelli.
Gorelli.
Where is Gorelli? Is she? I need to
No, she's
my friend Gorelli.
who's Gorelli? Now, not one of us besides you has ever met Sister Gorelli in our.
I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're looking for, Huckabus. You weren't.
Who's Sister Gorelli?
Brought me back here.
Well, today, me and Mort are the ones that brought you back here.
Oh,
You're just unconscious, buddy.
did Mata show up?
Who?
Mata, was Mata here?
Who's that?
And Huckabus is obviously not. Well, I don't know if he's obviously out of his mind. Huckabus is out of his mind. Lady Mata, Gazelle, Sophie, no one? And he looks really distressed.
Nope, just us guys. Are you okay? And he comes over and he kind of rubs your head nicely. He goes, "Come on, buddy. You're all right.
Can
It happened to me the other day."
Is this the first time Huck has gone down since his transformation?
Yes.
Okay.
The first two happened while we were still in What's Your Duty, where Sister Grilly was.
Ken, let me know if I'm overstepping. As you guys watch, Huckabus bleeds into total whiteness. All the red goes out of him. He's no longer a peppermint striped. He was red and white.
Is she the albino now?
Yep.
Okay.
I like the change.
He doesn't know the change. He doesn't know what's going on. But he's obviously kind of panicky. He really doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah,
I think it's called alopecia.
And Tristan just looks at the other two and looks back at him and just points a couple times. Doesn't have the heart to tell him.
No. And he's, I don't know if anybody's ever seen anybody with a panic attack. He's obviously having a panic attack. He's there just kind of freaking the fuck out. Probably on, his haunches. And kind of looking up at you guys and might not recognize anyone except, I guess, oh my God. The oldest of us is Mort at this point. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so he's going to look at Mort and go,
Well,
Wait a second. No, I think you
so
recognize.
so far as Huckabus can directly, fully identify, yes.
oh no, wait a minute. Idril,
Come back and recognize me.
if we walk through dimensions, it's Idril, isn't it?
Yep.
Can we establish that Huck now knows a little bit more about that extension?
Establish whatever you want. It's your character.
Okay. Idril, what happened? What's going on?
We are in the Moonshays. You appear to be a little disoriented. We just fought some sort of elemental creatures. This person who is kind of elfish looking. This is Tristan. He's a Guardanel.
Eyes are just darting all around.
Yes, this is a forest. That is what the trees are. Perhaps we should sit down, go for a drink,
Okay,
steady the nerves.
you have a needle for Huck? You have a needle for Huckabus?
We can get one easily enough.
How easily? Let's go right now.
Okay. At this point, you all notice that Huckabus just, naturally has his rattle in his hand. He kind of just absentmindedly shakes it a little bit. And poof, Onyx appears.
And Tristan didn't perform the ritual to summon him, so he's definitely very strange and definitely weirded out.
Does Huckabus see Onyx?
Yeah, he's just there. Yeah.
And Huckabus scream like a schoolgirl?
Can?
I can't, but Huckabus screams like a schoolgirl.
Onyx,
That's not a
Onyx holds
schoolgirl.
out that tiny little bottle that he had.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
He looks at you. Just a minute. He holds the tiny little bottle towards you, Huck.
Huckabus's eyes are spinning like they used to when he would prestidigitate them, but he has not prestidigitated them. But he probably has, he just doesn't know it. And he's looking at this little thing that just popped out with this little bottle, and with a shaky hand, he reaches out and takes this, and It's a little tiny bottle. Let's identify that. Tiny? How tiny? Like the size of a.
Well, how big did you say it was? Maybe a couple ounces. Is that right? Corey, you know what you said? You're
I was
muted,
muted
Corey.
and didn't really. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I would say it's like, yeah, maybe 4 ounces.
So if open, it'd be like twice the size of an airline liquor bottle.
Sure. You know what I mean? But
Quantities would
who
be-
knows? It comes from the Feywild. Who knows what pours out of it?
I'm not asking for
That's the size of it. Yeah.
quantity, not quality. Huckabus, shaking hand, reaches out and, oh, Faye Wild, please. I thank you for this kind gift. And not sure if he has to open it, if he has to decork it, he does. And he doesn't even sniff, he doesn't even listen, he doesn't even anything. Punch you in the face tomorrow, Andy. I just saw that. He just downs it, whatever it is. Just
Once he downs it, he immediately regrets that he did because it is that same stuff that he had before. And while it was good, it was he immediately wishes he had savored it instead of killing it. But it does steal and calm the nerves a bit if you so choose.
Huckabus, the consummate drinker, realizes what he did, but feels, like, damn, wish I'd saved that. But I feel, I'm so cool. Oh, I know all of you. You was a good witch. You was a bad witch. You was a brave one. You was a strong. No, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. I'm not gonna play. No. Oh, Idril, I've known you for years. Mort, you and I have been through so much. Tristan, I just got to know you and your friend Onyx, but your friend Onyx brought me a dear gift. And here we are. I guess are all the monsters in the world dead? Or are we the monsters now? I'm not sure about now.
Depends on the point of view, Huck. Perhaps we should find a way to hole up for a bit.
And Huckabus looks at himself. He's like, oh, cats! Look at my hands. They're white. Not the game. I so like to be myself.
You mumbled a bit there.
Yes, indeed. I feel quite battered and bruised. Where should we hold up? What's the best plan? Are we close to Sister Gazelli?
Where is this
No.
Sister Gazelli?
She is closer to Neverwinter, Huck.
Savior. Are we close to a good place to mute so I can say hi to my wife?
Yes.
We
absolutely are.
Are we close to a place where we can be safe for a while?
I mean, we
Hey,
can
Mark, why don't you check that house out, buddy?
partially because I don't want to die, but yeah, no, that seems like a good idea, and I will very, very, very stealthily start making my way towards the house, I guess. With a 16 stealth.
But twice. Roll me 2 stealth rolls.
16 and a 24.
Okay. All right, so you make it up to the house. The door is open, you know, basically almost falling off the top hinge. You can, from the outside, you can see basically what I described earlier. I'll be happy to give more details if you request.
So I want to start by not looking inside and just listening to see if I can hear anything.
Okay. It is quiet.
No sounds of like, so it's an open door, so no sounds of breathing or like movement or anything.
No. Roll me a listen check anyhow, though, or perception, I guess.
It's a 22.
You don't hear anything at all from the cabin, but you realize that the surrounding area is quieter than you would expect, and you realize that it was actually that way before the fight. You might expect it after the fight, all the birds and animals would have ran away from it, but you come to the realization that it was that way for a little while, and you just noticed it.
So is it that there's no bird song, nothing, or just it's quieter than I expect, and there's just a little bit?
Right now, there's none. Before there was a little bit, but not nearly what you would have expected. Now that you stop and concentrate on it for a minute.
Okay. I don't know what that means. Would my character know what that means?
Well, just other than the local wildlife is less populous than it probably should be.
Okay.
They either were scared off, or they're dead, or something different.
Right, all good things. Trying to think. So trying to be sneaky and surprising. You said the roof is gone?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably leaked, but it is on.
Is there a hole? So if I can, I'd like to stealthily climb up and look through the roof, thinking that they might not expect someone to look at them today.
Okay.
Is there anyone there?
Okay. Roll me a perception.
It's a 19 plus 7, 26.
All right. You're getting them there. You're trying to get. You saw a hole. You think you're gonna. Roll me a hide or whatever the hell that is. A stealth.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. You climb up there. You're heading towards the hole that you think would be good to look through. It's at that point that you see the roof sees you.
The roof sees me.
Yep. Seemed like a good time to stop, didn't it?
Yes.
You see the roof as the roof sees you. Yep. Blinks at you.
Oh, okay. Ain't like a flirty wink?
Blink.
Blink. A flirty blink?
Don't blink.
No, not a flirty blink.
Oh.
More of a, you saw me, I see you blink.
So it's a mutual respect blink. Good. Good. That's what I'm sticking with.
Yeah. Hang on to that till next week. That sounds like a good place to be.
Yeah. Well, luckily I had plenty of hit points. That's not true.
All right. So, anybody need to do anything live?
Not if that's where we're stopping.
Good night, Andrew. Good night, Brianna.
Bye, world.
Good night,
Good night,
Gunther.
all of you.
Night.
Night, John boy.